Hi, I'm Louise and I was diagnosed in August 2021. It was actually 2 days after my 46th birthday. It was coming through COVID. So I owned a convenience store. I'd been in our family for 48 years. So I was running a business, running a house, a husband who was travelling a lot, 3 children in a lot of clubs. So I was always busy, always very busy. I'm that type of person anyway. I'm not one for sitting about. In March I got a cold and I couldn't shake it. Try to get my energy levels up. I did put a lot of it down to, there was one spell where I worked 6 weeks without a day off. I had a very bad pain under my left breast and I went to the doctors about it because it was actually taking my breath away. And they diagnosed me with chondritis, that inflammation of your chest lining. So they gave me painkillers, nothing took it away. Constantly going back to the doctors and they took my bloods because I was very anemic. Fast forward to when I was diagnosed, my rib was actually broken and nobody picked that up. And then my fatigue levels were through the roof. Again, I put a lot of that down to I needed a holiday. So with the workload, I thought that was contributing to my fatigue. And they said, no, it's not COVID. And actually, for the first time ever, I had to take a week off work. I took myself to A&E and they did say there was a discrepancy with my bloods, but to go back to my GP, and they sent me home. The following weekend I was admitted, and I was admitted to high dependency. I was in renal failure, my calcium levels were through the roof. Severely anemic, I got 2 blood transfusions that night and I had a broken rib. It took 3 months to get my diagnosis. So the symptoms that weren't as distinguishable as the broken rib, probably my concentration and my speech. The fatigue, that was put down to menopause when I visited the GP 3 times. And it wasn't a case of I would go for a sleep and feel better. It was just all consuming, like something was coming around you and I didn't have the energy to do anything. But again, I put that down to my age and I also put that down to my workload. Did I think it was cancer? Absolutely not. And I was so shocked when they told me it was. But I can see why it's missed, because it's tiny little things that could mean a multitude of things that are wrong with you. And we don't all suffer the same symptoms as well. To meet other people that have been through, I think just to talk to people and realise I'm not the only one that's tired, I'm not the only one that feels this way, etc. was quite good, and that's led into different avenues now for me. I've tried to adapt. I can't do the things I used to do and I've now accepted that. But I think working, trying to be as normal for the children as possible and just trying to carry on with life. And I made the decision, I'm not going to let it define me. I'll live with it, but it's not going to control me. If I was talking to somebody who had warning signs now, I would recommend they go to their GP and ask for a blood test, and I would tell them to advocate and ask to be referred to a haematologist.